Aloha, everyone. Yeah, I know my hair's like kind of screwy. I don't know what the lighting's like here. It's kind of bright. Coming to you on Sunday, April 6th, 2025. Hope y'all got a laugh at the stupid sausage and cabbage video that Paul and I did. That's a short. It was because of our brother Tony Dobbs down in the States on Facebook. He'd put this recipe for sausage, shrimp, and cabbage, like low carb, keto type meal. And that was like, it looked really yummy. Anyways, and that's what inspired it. And Paul was doing an excellent Arnold Schwarzenegger impression. But then when I turned the camera on, because I was like, oh man, I gotta get this on camera because it was fucking hilarious, right? And then when I got on the camera, it wasn't so good because he was like, well, I was under the gun, right? But anyways, we were having a good laugh. We'd had a couple drinks. This Eon, a couple of beers. If you probably could tell, he had a little buzz. We're kind of cheap drunks, anyways. Like, it doesn't take much. But yeah, sometimes, can't really afford it, but you know what? This Eon. So this is kind of like it's an update because I don't have my little bag of tricks with me. It's been like 12 days since I made a scripture video. That's because I've been moving our youngest daughter in. The one that I'd asked for prayer for her. Yeah, he broke up. He changed the locks and she moved out on Wednesday. And he was on Tinder by Friday. Someone told her, a friend told her that. Because she wasn't on Tinder. Because, this broke up. And it's like, damn, he moves quick. Anyways, he was a nice guy. Just, he's a young man and he's just looking to get some. I guess, I don't know, this world, just no God, no nothing. Anyway, so I had to give her my room. And because there's nowhere to put her. And I had a bunch of stuff in there too, besides the bed. And I had to move a ton of stuff to make space for her to store some of her stuff. And she didn't have all her stuff yet. And for like 3 days, and then you know what, my back has been screwed. I was it puts me out for like the amount of work, and my daughter's like, Mom, why are you hunched over like a 90-year-old woman? I'm like, because my back is screwed. Like, which part of disabled don't you get? Like, I've been working for 3 days straight and my body can't handle it, but I had to keep pressing on because she had to get her in here, right? So that's why I haven't made a video. I've just been tired and Paul has too, extremely just exhausted. Like what Paul was doing stuff too. Just exhausted. I don't know if the rest of you feel like that. Anyways, this is kind of like an end time update. Okay? Because I'm going to link to some stuff underneath the video. I'm not going to do like 5 different videos this time. But I'm going to link to one from Richie from Boston that y'all need to see. You know how you ever heard about Bill Gates wanting to do like lab grown meat? Anyone ever seen Soylent Green? Wait to see these news headlines. I'm not even joking. If you've seen the movie Soylent Green back in the day, or recently with Charlton Heston, then you know what I'm talking about. These are real articles. Oh, by the way, I don't know what the rules are in Canada. Do you know in the United States that Cain-ableism, I'll say it that way. Cain-ableism. You know what I'm saying? Interesting, Cain and Abel, right? Where that comes from. But do you know that the only place that's illegal in the United States is Idaho? Oh, seriously. I gotta look up Canada because I'm like, it better be freaking illegal here, man. The only state is Idaho. Everywhere else in your country, United States, it's legal. Soylent Green, anyone? Anyways, when you see these headlines, and these are actual scientific papers that are shown in this video, amongst other things about AI, which you need to see because it's trippy. It's freaking demonic, right? But when you see in cloning and different things that's going on, these are actual scientific papers that he's showing. Oh, what the heck? Especially after that KFC commercial. If you guys saw that one that was aired in the UK with the baptism in gravy and he comes out a chicken nugget. And like that commercial was made with AI. Totally made with AI, by the way, if you didn't know that. I didn't know that till like the other day. Like I'd seen it. And when people was outcry against KFC. KFC sucks anyways. It was not like back in the day. And the chicken tenders, you gotta wonder what the heck's in the... Remember back in the day, there was a rumor that McDonald's had worms in the meat, or horse meat, Burger King, like horse meat. I think it's probably far worse than that. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? I'm not saying it is. I'm not saying it is or not. But I just want you to know that when you see some of these headlines, you're going to go, oh, wow. Like, I appreciate all these people that do the research, Like, I really do. And then, I did some digging myself, but I don't have the tech skills or maybe the patience to, I don't know, to do this myself. I could, but I risk my channel. And I think the evangel is more important. So I will be back making scripture videos. And I love you all very much. Grace and peace to you all wherever you are. I greet y'all with a holy kiss. Sorry, I was just in the store. Get some ginger ale and stuff. Anyway, and I love you all very much. And okay, so on that, oh, by the way, I'm like talking, wasn't planning on making it. I don't plan on these things. I just turn on the camera. Sometimes I have forethought, but also in that video, the short that I did with Paul and the sausage and the cabbage, for shits and giggles, I hashtagged Christian prayer and Christian worship. If anyone saw that underneath the hashtag, I gotta get 3 hashtags. I put yummy food, but it's got like almost 2,000 views. It's like most views, probably people like, Anyway, and I lost a sub though. I don't know. Someone who subbed to me, I don't know who it was. I lost a sub when I posted that. I guess they were offended by the sausage and cabbage or something. I don't know. The algorithms are very weird. Up and down and up and down. And always check your subscriptions on anywhere that you sub to, because I get unsubbed from channels that I'm subbed to. They do that to a lot of channels. And delete comments. And I've had my comments deleted on other channels and just different things that, it's like, it's not personal. It's just really weird. It's not like you're saying anything bad. It's all. But that's why you need to watch this video that I'm going to link to below, because it's talking about AI, and it's already. Yeah. Oh, we noticed it. You noticed that. It's everywhere now. It's friggin' aggravating, actually. And like, when you go to Google something, or even it's always an AI overview. It's like, I don't want a thanks. I can look myself. Thanks. It's everything. It's just constant push. It's everywhere. Anyways, I love you all very much. It's, I'm not trying to disturb anyone. It's not really uplifting, but this is the end time. So you can only imagine, once we're gone in the Great Trib, how bad it's going to be. When you watch this video and you see, and this goes along with a dream that I had in 2002, which I should tell a story right now. Well, I could tell it right now. I had a dream about a massive flood. I didn't know where it was. I was flying in the sky. I'm going to tell this. I didn't even know I was going to tell it, Lord. Okay. This is in 2002, okay? And I'm a Christian at this point. I had a dream one night, and I knew it was from God. Okay, I'm not a big into dreams. I don't kooky like that, but there are several dreams I've had in my life that I know that's God. The rest, no. This one was a prophetic dream. There was massive flooding, and I was flying in the sky, and I could see like a bird's eye view, and had like red roofs and stuff, and I looked European, but I didn't know where it was. It was a horrible, horrible flood. And then I zoom, and I see this elephant in the midst of a roadway with cars with floodwaters, and it's an elephant in the floodwaters on the highway, right? But also in the dream, the Lord was showing me that at the hospital during this horrible, horrific flooding in this place, that they were stealing the babies out of the hospital and cloning them. Now listen. I had no idea about cloning. I had no idea of any of this conspiracy crap back then. I was clueless. Totally locked, like dumb in the world, in Christianity, had no clue. Okay? Do you know where it was? 2 weeks later, well, I told a bunch of people about it. I told Paul, I told our pastor, and I told friends. And me and Paul used to minister to people downtown, and I told them about this dream, right down to the elephant. Well, 2 weeks later, I didn't know where it was. So I'd asked our pastor and his wife to pray, and all my Christian friends to pray. Like, I don't know where this place is, but something's going to happen. 2 weeks later, we're walking into, me and Paul, we got Haley and Mia with us, my daughters, who are 27 and 29 now, but back then they were like 4 and 5, 3, 4, and 5, right? We walk into a store. There's a bunch of racks of newspapers, right? On the side, it's 2002. Haley didn't know how to read. That's she's 29-year-old now. She was 5, but she didn't know how to read. But she looks at the newspaper. She goes, "Mommy, your dream." It was the floods of Prague, Czechoslovakia, because they had red clay roofs. But I knew it was European, but I didn't know where it was. We didn't have Google back in those days. I didn't have a computer. I wouldn't get a computer till like the end of 2003, beginning of 2004. This is like 2002. And anyways, 2002. And it was Prague, Czechoslovakia. And it was on CNN after. Some of the people that I told about the dream that like I ministered downtown, they're like, holy crap. It was on the news. So you write down the detail of that elephant. It escaped from the zoo and it was on the highway in the flood with all the cars. One guy told me, he goes, it was on CNN, like, just as you described it to me. Like, it was more vivid detail at the time, because it was, and, yeah. So anyways, sure enough, yeah, that was, and I didn't know where it was. So I knew that was from God. And I was praying, and people were praying in my church, and we were praying, and I'm like, something's going to happen somewhere, but I don't know where it is. 2 weeks later, on the other side of the world, Prague, Czechoslovakia, massive flooding, right down to the elephant. But it's interesting, because I was telling Paul the other day, we were talking about, after we watched this video, that I'm going to link below, you can understand, because he remembers that dream too. And I said, isn't it interesting, the Lord told me about them stealing out of the maternity ward babies and cloning them. And we didn't know anything about that. And he goes, yeah, because we didn't even know any of this stuff back then. Anyway, so how much am I talking? 11 minutes. And I wonder. Sorry, my hand's shaking. I don't know why my hand's shaking, because I guess I'm leaning on my elbow and I have like nerve issues. Now my hand's shaking. I don't know why. Oh, maybe, I don't know. It's because my back's sore. I don't know. I'm leaning. Anyways. Okay. Sorry. So I just didn't know. I'm going to rest my back a bit so I don't, because I'm shaking a little bit because of pain. Anyways, I didn't know about the stuff, but Paul and I were talking about this. We were talking about it the other day, and after we watched this video, and I was like, I wonder how many people have kids that were born in 2002 at that, wherever hospital that was in Prague. And they're grown up now, and they're not their real children. It brings a whole new meaning to wheat and tares, eh? There's probably multiple levels for the wheat and the tares. But they'll grow up with the wheat. All right? Who knows how often that happens? I mean, this is 2002. This is like 23 years ago. I think. Yeah. You can look it up. I'll put a link to the Prague Flood. The historical Wikipedia of it. Yeah, 2 weeks before it happened. Wild. Never had another dream like that. Like prophetic world event dream. No. But I've had some interesting experiences. But that was way back in the day. Yeah. Anyways, so it just brings a whole new meaning to that. And I thought, Paul's going to hear this and go, oh, you told it. And I'm like, yeah, I didn't even plan on talking about that, but it kind of goes in line with what is in this video that I'm going to link you to. And I ask you all, please, to watch this. It's not long. It's like 27 minutes of your life, 25 minutes of your life. But he really breaks down some stuff that's going on. And we're in spiritual warfare here, right? I know we have the panoply of God. And I probably mispronounced that. But, we're being attacked on every side. And the spiritual attacks are really amping up. And it's not just us. It's our family members are being attacked. Just different stuff, right? God is good all the time. We know this. But it's part of our suffering. It's just, I feel for my daughter. And, just this world makes me want to herald all the more. When you guys see this video, you're going to go, God, we need to herald all the more. See, we don't know who's who God's called beforehand. And, yeah. And hopefully we'll be out of here. We can come back and help, because it's going to be really awful. Trust me, when you watch this video, you see some of these scientific headlines, what these scientists are doing. Yeah. It's going to be really bad for people. You know, when people go into repose now that weren't believers, I always think that, you know, blessed are those who die in the Lord henceforth. Because mercy, right? So they don't have to endure what's coming. Anyways, I'm sorry. You know what? I'll leave you with Romans 15, verse 13. Okay? I'll write it in the description box below. I don't have my Bible with me or anything with scriptures. And I don't some things I don't have memorized. I'm getting old. Anyways, I love you all very much. I will be back with something encouraging, but I do want to keep you updated, right? Because shit's getting weird. It's getting weirder. So, all right. And I'm hearing news about Poland, and we have two brothers in Poland. We don't have more, and that Poland's saying they're going to have all their military-age men trained by the end of this year for military service because the crap that's going on with Russia and everything else. And Iran, I would expect a hot war at any time by the end of the year, and conscription for our young men and young women as well. So hopefully we'll be snatched out of here before then, because that's another thing that our generation has never been through. I mean, like a world war. So it's already started. It's a quiet war against the people, but you know, lots of things, all these things must come to pass. Anyways, okay, I've yapped long enough, 16 minutes. I gotta get home and put some heat on my back or something. Anyways, it's kind of cool here. All right, hopefully, my phone's kind of going in and out now. I don't know. I was shaking. Hopefully it didn't shake too much. Well, there's a dream. Very interesting. So I'm going to link to the video underneath in the video description, underneath views, and you see more. Click down. There'll be a link to the video and a link to the Wikipedia for that Prague Flood. God is my witness. I'm not lying. Even my husband remembers the dream. But it was crazy that my daughter went, "Mommy, your dream." And she didn't even know how to read. God used that kid a lot of times too. And Mia when they were little. And our son too. Yeah. Speaking out of the mouth of babes. Anyways, I love you all very much. I'll talk to you soon with some encouragement. Okay? All right. Grace and peace.